Two Jack Bros coming in hot. What is up? What is up?
What is up?
What is it? You're watching that creepy documentary. How's that going so far?
Blowing my mind. It's so weird. Because the craziest part about it, it's not telling you the story. It's using all of their Facebook videos and like everything. The whole.
Again, this is the Chris Watts is his name. The Watts story on documentary. What is it called?
American Murder.
American Murder, which, right up Ansley's alley, of course.
I know. I don't know what's taken me so long.
She prefers all of her murders to be American. She is a very, very patriotic murder lover.
I watched that one in England and I was like, I just don't get this. Like, how did they called the cops 7 times before they found the bodies? Like, what are you doing?
It's like they murder on the other side of the road. I don't get this. I just don't get this.
Yeah.
But you're watching some red-blooded.
Mm-hmm. It's like Midwest murder too.
Oh, that's Americana.
Yeah.
That's a Murdercana.
Yeah.
All right. So you're watching some Murdercana, a Murdercana.
A Murdercana.
And so what's going on with this?
Well, so the crazy part is that everything they're telling the story through real videos because she posted so much stuff on Facebook. So there's a ton of videos that she posted.
Because she was thirst trapping?
She was just obsessed with sharing her life. I don't know.
Okay. What's the cleavage looking like in the videos? I mean, is it a lot of like her talking to the camera?
A lot of her talking, but she does a lot of face stuff. It's a lot of like her showing off her face.
Face stuff.
Face stuff. Yeah.
Face stuff.
And then they have like from the moment that she went missing and the children went missing, everything the police did was videotaped. So you see this guy from the moment when the cops come out and he's like
like they're selfieing.
Yeah, and he's like basically and he's like I don't know what happened all the way through like till 3 days in when he does the polygraph test and he fails it and then he's like and he like breaks.
Yeah.
And like you see him go through all of this emotion, which is weird and wild and like you're like, "Oh." And then they also have all the text messages from her to him.
Yeah.
And all her text messages. So her text messages to him and her text messages to her friends about like, he won't even have sex with me. Like,
yeah. And he started diddling a mistress, right?
He did.
And what about her? Is she a bad burrito or is she just got caught up? Is she a good burrito caught up?
I'm not sure. I'm not that deep into it, like enough to judge her. Yeah. Like, I can't tell yet if she
a burrito. You just don't know the quality of her burrito.
I don't know the quality of her burrito.
She's definitely a burrito.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he told her that he was in the process of leaving his wife.
Yeah.
But from the very beginning, like, I don't know where she goes with it. From the very beginning, she was like, whoa, like, I can't believe he did this. I'm shocked. And he lied a lot. So I don't think that they're like, she's not covering for him. She's not like.
Yeah. Well, that's tough. Well, first of all, dads suck.
Oh, Jesus.
This is definitely not a good portrayal of the American dad.
Oh, horrible.
Although this is very much the American dad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
what else is good about it too is he went from like 245 pounds to 185 pounds. Like, he like, cause like when they first called him in, they were like, you're like, I was looking at some old pictures of you and you used to be pretty, big. And he's like, yes, I went from 200, like he got real proud of himself.
Yeah.
And like one of the things that the wife was upset about was every time he was just like always doing push-ups or something. Like he was just, we haven't even seen each other. He's just been working out. Like, yeah, he got himself in shape.
That should be a red flag.
Yeah. He got himself in shape. He got a mistress. Like,
yeah, American dads don't do push-ups unless they're diddling mistresses. You know that.
Yeah, obviously.
You know that. That's also just funny to me that it's just classic American cheating. Mm-hmm. Where, dude, just get divorced. I'm not saying like, hey, dude, do a divorce. I'm just saying let her divorce you. Just let her have her win, and then you just go off with your burrito of quality unknown.
Yeah, I don't know if he like. So she was like they were having trouble, and she went away for like 6 weeks because they were gonna like figure themselves out. And like he must have been living high on the hog for those 6 weeks. Like she's just gone. He's not even calling her, and he's with his burrito doing whatever burrito activities, Yeah. And he's loving it. And then she comes back, and he's just like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do. Like,
and that's when he murdered her.
Yes, like the night she came back, he was like, ah.
Wow, he got really accustomed to his non-wife only burrito lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Burrito lifestyle suck you in.
Well, it sucks you. Well, the thing is, here's what people don't understand about cheating. Guys, especially guys who are cheating. When you're cheating and the person knows you're cheating, even though they might be at a place in their life where they convince themselves that they want to be with you, they don't believe anything you say.
Nothing.
And they also don't want to argue every point because you're already 1 foot out of the door. You have somewhere to go. Like a lot of the times when a woman feels confident arguing with a guy in a relationship, she also feels confident like he don't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? So I'll say whatever the fuck I want because you ain't got nowhere to go, right? He already goes there.
Yeah.
You know, like as a matter of fact, her is his place to go.
Yeah.
So, you know, you better calm the fuck down or I'll go home. Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's just the classic line is to be like, I'm in the process of leaving my wife. Mm-hmm. That's how you turn a burrito bad a little bit.
Yeah, because there's not a process of leaving somebody. You do it.
Well, there is for some people. There are for marriages. There are for people with kids. Like, I mean, but you're also right. You know, you can't trust that process.
No.
You're not a 76er. Don't trust that process. It's not a good process. Mm-hmm. That's the worst process. And so it's really difficult, you know, as a reformed cheater, I will say.
As a reformed bad burrito?
I definitely was one of the worst burritos out there. I was the baddest burrito.
You're a rotten burrito.
I was definitely a rotten burrito. just twerking. Just a rotten twerking burrito. That was me, right? So I forget the point that I was going to make about I was just so
caught up in how rotten of a twerking burrito you
were.
I
was a rotten twerking burrito, and it was not good. It was not good for anybody. Mm-mm. But so I was talking about convincing because not even like good people, but normal people don't want to be the other woman.
Right.
You know, like just a normal woman doesn't want to be a mistress.
If you're not in the moment of trying to like ruin your own life, you don't want to be the mistress.
Yeah, because you gotta want to inflict a lot of emotional pain on another human woman without even considering the consequences or ramifications.
You're at least caught up in drama. You're at least like, I want to live a drama-filled life.
If you want to be a mistress, there is no question to the quality of your burrito-ness.
Bad burrito.
You're a bad burrito, right?
Yeah.
Probably a fun burrito.
Yeah, no doubt.
Probably the most fun burrito. Your Instagram is popping. If you're the kind of chick that wants to be a mistress, your Instagram is popping.
You're making me feel like that she must be a bad burrito because he did go snowboarding on sand with her.
That's adventurous.
Yeah, right?
That's one of those things because when you're with like a normal chick, you don't have to really accommodate an insatiable thirst for adventure like that because like she probably had a dad, you know, that loved her and cared for her. So she probably hasn't convinced herself that she wants things that are outlandish, you know.
Well, you're also like we've had this conversation. Like you're married. For the man, when he gets married, he's settled down. He's done adventuring, right?
Yeah.
He's living a safe life now. You know, like to take that married man and take him back out on adventures. Like you need a bad burrito to lead the way.
Yeah, that is true. But he had to turn her bad.
Yeah.
I guess that's the point that I'm making.
Okay.
Like he found a burrito and made it bad.
Yeah.
You know, he rolled it around in dirt a little bit. Mm-hmm. And he was like, now I can have this burrito.
He did mess up her life good, huh?
He did. He ruined her life. She had to change her name.
Yeah.
She's now like Moderate Taco. Like, I'm no longer in the burrito lifestyle.
No.
I'm a taco now. I'm a moderate.
Think about the baggage she takes away from that.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. And it's one of those things that she can never really even talk about because it like recycles that back into her life. Because she was, you know, a black widow of sorts. Mm-hmm. You know, she is a very salacious part of this story. Yeah. She's not even a human in this story.
No.
She's a turning point.
Yeah.
You know, so that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. So go ahead.
And he's big on blaming everybody else. Like when he first, like he's like you heard him. He was like with that little part when you walked in. He's like, if I hadn't met her, I don't know if I would have done it. And he's like, when he first starts like kind of admitting some stuff, he's like, my wife killed the girls, so I killed her. Like he just the whole time he's just like, before he'll admit anything, he's just blaming everybody else.
So that's one of the things that sucks as when you're a guy and you're living that bad burrito lifestyle. Most of the things you say that come out of your own mouth, you're like, oh my God, why did I just say that? Like, I cannot believe I have to like face my, you know what I mean? It's, you don't like most of the things you say. Like you're disgusted by most of the things you say and do.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's a tough lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's, but again, American Dad, and he's just in there, American Dad, and just doing his thing.
Yeah.
Trying to have his cake and eat it too. And his wife was an attractive lady, right?
Yeah, she was decent.
Yeah.
She could have got in shape with him, but he didn't do it as a process. He did it by himself. So.
Well, he also there was a lot. There were the context. It's hard to have your wife. It's hard to comfortably have your wife work out with you when you're working out to impress your mistress.
True. It's conflict of interest.
Very much a conflict of interest, and I bet you're not very patient with her as a workout partner.
Yeah. No, and she was an attractive lady, and right at the end, like her friends were like, "Oh, she was bossy." But in a good way, she was just, but like she was definitely like, even her friends were like, "Oh yeah, she was a lot of a personality." But at the end, she's like, they started sharing her text messages and like her letters that he wrote him, and she was like, I never even thought about how I made him feel as a man. I did demasculate him. Did I say that word right?
It's emasculate.
Emasculate him. I'm so sorry. Like she was like repenting, and like she was trying to like she was looking at herself like, I need to do better.
Yeah, like, why is he doing all these push-ups?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. It's also funny to me because like push-ups are one of those glamour exercises, and like that should be a red flag because he's like doing push-ups,
Yeah.
And because like last night at like maybe like 12:30, almost 1 o'clock in the morning, I was in here doing like on the bench doing bridges with like weights on my hips, just like working my butt.
You were humping. You were down here humping at 12:30. Sidney, what are you up to?
That's the sign of a good burrito.
That's a good burrito.
Working butt. That's somebody who's getting prepared for action. Like he was out there trying to get a big chest for women to like swoon at the sight of him.
Yeah.
I'm like in there working my butt so I can like put my family on my back and like run them out of a burning building. Like,
unless you're getting out there twerking again. Unless you're looking for a corner to twerk in.
I don't. Nah, that's not. I don't think that's. I think too old to twerk. I think I got bad knees. I don't got twerking knees. You gotta have twerking knees.
Okay.
To be able to twerk. It's not just the butt.
Okay.
People. That's the showpiece. The butt is the showpiece. But the knees are doing all the work.
All right. So you're after functionality.
Yeah. Man, it's like what a contrast of dads that. Hear me out, right? So, American Dad, right, out there twerking and murdering his wife, right? Mm-hmm. Sucking. He murdered. He ruined the lives of the family of his wife, and then the external family of the kids as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're skimming this because I feel like this takes any joy. This like not that there's joy in the story, but like he killed his kids too.
Yes. Fucking horrific.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrific.
Yeah.
So that's one kind of dad. And then we just watched over the weekend Khabib Nurmagomedov fight in his last fight because he retired after winning 29-0. And he retired because his father passed away. His father was his coach, his mentor, his best friend, like everything, And their plan was for him to retire 30-0, but his dad passed away before that dream was possible, so he retired at 29-0, and like so leading up to the fight, there are all these like they're focusing on the relationship between Khabib and his father, and ESPN or BTS Sports or something on YouTube made this little 4-minute thing talking about Khabib's journey in the relationship between him and his father up until the point that he's at now. This little cartoon thing. I watched it like 3 times because it was like hard to get through. Like,
it like make you cry
every single time.
Yeah.
This whole entire saga, I'm just watching it and just like, man, I want a dad. You know, and I just feel like that's like other people with dads are probably watching this like, fuck, I want a dad.
Yeah.
Like, I want one of these. I want an inspirational father.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want.
His dad was just with him every step of the way, just like
every step of the way,
him.
man. Every step of the way, and was like I don't want to say a harsh disciplinarian, but he had like high expectations for the moral character of Khabib.
Yeah, man, isn't that like as a parent, like you want to instill that in your kids, but like, I mean, I know you like you talk about it, right? But it's got to be in you in order to instill. Like that's not one of those things that you can just talk to your child about and hope they do better than you. Like I feel like that's got to be like.
Well, I mean, let's slow down for a second, because that is how most kids receive any moral character. They receive it from parents that came from a generation where they had to learn that moral character to then pass on to their kids. So they might not even know it for the most part. You know, like look at my situation.
Yeah.
You know, there was like my mom didn't believe in the shit that she was saying to me as a kid.
Yeah.
But I did.
Yeah.
You know, and she was able to fake it enough that I didn't realize it until an age where it was too late, because
it was in you.
It was in me. It was already set, you know? So, I mean, that's you know, all I'm saying is that shitty parents can raise good people too.
Fair enough.
Actually, most good people come from shitty parents.
That's true too.
Parents are shitty.
Yeah, most of them.
Because dads definitely suck.
Dad sucks so bad.
Dads are the worst.
Unless there's like the really good dad.
Yeah, dude, it's like anything that's not the amazing dad sucks.
Oh,
it's just a drag.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the reason why you have so many, like most, they suck. They just suck.
Even bad moms, you're like, oh, but she loved us.
You know, it's like she's doing what she can. It's like, there's some, I don't know if there's more sympathy towards bad moms, but there is like a different type of appreciation that is almost instinctive. I don't think that it is. I think it's learned. I think we learn to appreciate shitty women, because I don't think we should appreciate. I don't think we should be appreciating any shitty parents. You know, I think we got sucked into something. Here.
I think there's like, even in a shitty mom, like she's giving, like whatever she has left of her to give to the kids, she's given to them.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like and like maybe 90% of the time she's sucked away from the house, but that 10% that she's in that house with those kids, she's given 100% of her 10%. You know?
That's fair.
Like, I don't know if dads have that. And because I think it's like you're talking about being like learned or like in us. Like, I think for moms, it's like, you know, like that's their nature in them. Like, no matter how hard you try to get away from that, like, unless you're a really shitty mom, like that's in you.
Yeah. Moms murder the whole entire family more often.
Do they really?
Yeah.
It's an interesting yeah, you gotta burn this fucking house down.
Yeah. I guess that's why, because moms make the threat more often.
Yeah.
So eventually it just becomes like, I think it's gonna be pretty easy.
Yeah. And plus, it's probably a shitty dad. She's like, I can't leave these kids with that shitty dad.
Yeah, that's fair. That's that shitty. It's like, nah, it's better this way.
Yeah.
And that, speaking of so the shitty mom. So when Khabib was doing his retirement speech, not necessarily a speech, but he was saying that he promised his mom, because his mom didn't want him to continue fighting without the dad being by his side.
Really?
You know, because I don't know if this was her reasoning, but like I could see it making sense or be a reason for concern, because so much of what Khabib forged was with the father, and so much of the goals that they had were joint goals between father and son. So it makes sense to some degree. Like, he was his coach from when he was a kid wrestling bears.
Yeah.
You know, so then to grow up and like, because like, you know, that turned into, you know, an indomitable world champion who never lost a single fight in MMA, which is unheard of these days.
Yeah.
That could have been a completely different story. He could be on Dateline, like, you know, I escaped from Dagestan when I was a kid. My father used to make me fight bear. You know what I mean? That could have been a completely different story.
Yeah.
Right? So, but when he was talking about how he promised his mom that this would be his last fight, I was like, you have a mom?
Yeah.
I didn't realize, I didn't realize Dagestanis had moms.
It's come straight out of the dad.
Yeah, just somehow, it's like two guys fight in the street, and it's a draw.
Yeah.
And like like somehow like through like the draw, a kid is produced, and then they have to fight again to see who gets to raise the kid. It's
sounds
like
about
it's
right.
a tiebreaker.
Yeah,
And then they find a mom, a woman to like, you're this kid's mom now. And they raised this like weird potato child like that came out of that. Who knows where it came
just
from?
in the dirt, just like formed up.
It's like two guys fight long enough. Eventually, a kid wanders by. It's like, is that our fight kid? Do we have to fight now to see who raises this kid? So it was, but that, I mean, so like it sounds like they might even have a good mom as well.
That's pretty amazing.
Might even be a good mom.
It's got a whole family, huh?
Just good, solid Dagestani burritos. Just doing well. Doing well by each other.
Yeah.
That's it's pretty impressive.
Yeah. You made me think about I was listening to, it was more jinn stuff, but they were talking about Satan. And
is Satan a jinn?
Yeah.
So you might have to just again, because we always have new listeners, and there's people who will listen and then not listen to a few episodes, and they'll come back and they might have missed.
Yeah.
So what is a jinn?
So a jinn is basically a creature of the other world that lives in our realm that's not tied to the same rules that humans are tied to. So, and they can be any of the mythical creatures that you can think of. The fairies, the gnomes, the demons, they're all of them. And they really don't like it if you pee on them. That's how you get haunted by a jinn. And a lot of them live under bridges or under trees.
Yeah.
So when you're out at night pissing under a tree, be careful. That's how you get haunted by a jinn.
Those jinns are looking for trouble.
Yeah.
Those jinns are looking for trouble.
They might be.
Because I'm guessing modern day jinns probably like live in like porta potties, outhouses, truck stop
Pissed on me.
bathrooms.
I'll haunt him for the rest of his life.
A lot of places where they get a lot of splash. It's also funny to picture a jinn getting pissed on and like doing like in my mind they're like this like badass movie character, like they're like hanging behind a tree, they get pissed on and they're like, this time it's personal. And then it's just whatever they get to do to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were learning about jinns.
Yeah, and so they were talking about Satan this time, and there's all the stories about Satan being a fallen angel, and the interesting part was they went through a couple of the different, there's the books of the Bibles that aren't part of the Bible, but they're like from that time. So they were talking about one of them that was saying that, God molded, pretty much in all the religions, God molded Adam from the ground, from clay. He made him from earth. And so in this story, he had made Adam, but he hadn't given him his soul yet. So Adam was sitting there. And Satan's a jinn. Satan comes, and jinns are powerful creatures. They can shapeshift. They can go through time. They have different powers that we don't have. And God was really excited about this creature that he had made in his image.
Yeah.
And so Satan goes over and looks at Adam and like throws a rock at him, and like he goes in him, and he's like, "What is this like clay creature? You think this is better than me? Like how dare you?" And so then when like God gave him life, like Satan hated him for that reason. And that's why jinns don't like humans and sometimes haunt humans. And that's why Satan went to all the animals and asked them, he was like, who's going to get Adam and Eve for me? Because they're going to get kicked out of paradise because I hate them. They're not like they're not better. They don't deserve this. Yeah. And it was so he went in, he snuck into paradise with the snake behind his fangs and set up the whole thing with the apple.
Like he was hiding on snake teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
like no, you just go there, you hiss, I'll talk. It'll be this little rascals thing that they'll fall for completely.
It'll be great.
Yeah. So, Satan is a little rascal? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. I mean, and other ones were saying that because, God wanted everybody to bow down to Adam. And they were saying that Satan was like, no, I'm not bowing down to Adam. Like, I only worship God. Like, why would I prostrate myself in front of Adam?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. And so that, and so he was like banished, because this is
Yeah.
what God wanted. But Satan held his, to his stance and was like, I might give people bad ideas on what to do, like I might whisper in the ear and tell them, nasty stuff they should do, but it's them doing it. And,
that's a very solid point.
yeah. And so Satan's like, I'm not this bad guy that you're making me out to be.
Look at my prostate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, is God a jinn?
No, God's not a jinn.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
So, because if you're saying God's not a jinn, are you then implying that God enjoys being pissed on?
No. Why did you? I don't think God hangs out under bridges, does he?
God's everywhere.
Maybe he does. I don't know.
God does hang out under bridges.
Yeah.
Everywhere there is a place to be, God is there.
Yeah.
And you said some jinns can be good, some jinns can be bad.
Yeah.
Right?
They're like people.
Jinns hate being pissed on.
They hate it.
They have immense powers that we don't have.
Yeah.
But you're saying God's not a jinn because he has powers.
He does have powers.
He is everywhere, so he's under bridges.
He is.
So you're saying he enjoys golden showers, right? I mean, that's what you're saying. I mean, because what makes him not a jinn other than the fact that he loves a good splashdown from a friend.
I'm not sure, Sidney.
Okay.
But
All right, I'm not going to quote you on it.
okay.
That was a very, very good answer. I like the way you answered that question. Very political.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to have, it's not going to get you pissed on. And, yeah.
Yeah.
I was, so there was this, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but maybe this chick is a jinn. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see at the end of this story why this came to my brain. But so in Russia, they have a democracy in Russia. I didn't realize that, but it's mostly corrupt. So typically, whoever is in office stays in office because all of the elections are corrupt. And what they do is they tend to find a patsy to run against them, right? But people don't like this public embarrassment because they're still losing an election, And so it's really hard sometimes to find somebody that's willing to run against you and just lose.
Yeah.
Right? So there's this town in Russia. It's Pavalakina. I'm going to go with that. Pavalakina.
Sounds the best.
Pavalakina.
Okay.
Yeah. So the mayor, I'm sure his name is like Alexei of some kind. I have the names and stuff.
Mayor Alexei.
Mayor Alexei. So he was, it's a small town. It's a small rural town. And they were looking for somebody to run against him and nobody would do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
Just please. Because it's very, like, in America, if you're running unopposed, then it's like, fuck yeah.
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 But in Russia, there's so much of a stigma of corruption that running unopposed really gives the citizens a bad feeling about why they're unopposed in the first place.
Yeah.
So it results in a lot of conspiracies, a lot of distrust. So in order to kind of have like a semblance of a democracy, they find these patsies.
Yeah.
Right? So, for example, Vladimir Putin has been the president for however long he's been president, and every time he has an election, he runs against the same exact guy.
It's the same guy every time?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's hilarious. How do you not fuck with Russia on that alone? It's like, I'm not, a Russian apologist, but god damn, they're hilarious. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's like the same old guy who's just basically like, whatever. It's like, well, what's your opinion on blah, blah, blah? It's like, I'm here. What more do you want from me? I am here.
Yeah.
So this guy, Alexei, may or may not be his name. He went and he finally found at the courthouse, at the administration, I guess where do mayors hang out? City Hall?
Yeah.
In the City Hall, there was a cleaning lady who she was like, yeah, I'll do it.
How many people do you ask before you get to the cleaning lady?
So it was a small town. It seemed like he went through a pretty decent amount of people.
Yeah.
You know, well, at least, you know, a lot of people considering how much people don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You know, so I would say 6 is a lot of people to go through when you know people definitely for a fact don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, but who knows how many people? I don't know. It's Russia, right?
Yeah.
So he goes to the clean lady, and her whole entire thing is like, well, my boss came to me and he needed me. He needed my services, and I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. I will fucking do it.
Okay.
You know, and then she won.
What?
Yeah.
Because how does that? But they're like rigged elections. How does that happen?
See, that's the part that was confusing for me too, because it's like, how are they then rigged?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm guessing the way that they're rigged is that they put up a loser. You know, like how Vladimir Putin's running against the same old guy every single time. I just imagine like this guy is like, he's like an accountant. And like every time they talk to him, his head is down and he's still like doing accountant work, and he looks up and he's just like, what the fuck ever, man? And like puts his head back down and starts doing more accountant work. Right? So
they like bad timing. Like they found somebody likable. It's like the Me Too movement. It's like everything's just like fell into place, and they were like, what? It got us.
That small town has no clue that there's a Me Too movement. They have a yeah what movement. It's like I was touched. Yeah, what? No Me Too movement has reached them for sure. They, I doubt they even have. So one of the things that what did he was actually not a bad mayor.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a town that doesn't have paved roads. You know,
okay.
And then he did something good for I forget what it was. But it was something like, damn, your town didn't even have that yet, you know? And then her whole entire thing, because she didn't even have a platform for running.
Yeah.
But now that she's elected.
I will clean your streets.
Basically, well, I mean, she's like, I'll get us streetlights.
Everybody was like, what?
What? They've been wanting streetlights for years.
Yeah.
You know? But there's just like never, they have such a small budget for this tiny town. And,
she was like, look, I'll continue to do all the cleaning. That's going to free up a lot of money for streetlights.
So I took some screenshots of some funny stuff that was in this. So, his the former mayor is Nikolai Loktev.
Of course it's Nikolai.
Yeah,
it's not Alexei, it's Nikolai.
Alexei or Nikolai. And then he lost to Marina Udgatskaya. Yeah, and the town is called Pavalakino. And maybe, I don't know how it's pronounced. But, so, those weren't my screenshots. Those were just my little notes on the subject there. Let me go to my screenshots. All right, here we go. Let's see here. So he's pissed that he, not that he lost, but that he had to go through that process to lose, right? Because he's annoyed by it.
Yeah.
Because he's Mr. Loktev declined to be interviewed. Tamara Lotkeva, his wife. Wait a second. They feminized the last names of women? They do.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Man, transitioning must be quite a hassle in Russia. It's like, good Lord. Okay. So Tamara, it's not Tamara, right? It's Tamara. Lotkeva, his wife, said in an interview outside their tidy blue house that the loss was a very painful topic. Ms. Lotkeva said that her husband never really wanted to be mayor and never clung to power. He now blames her for encouraging him to run twice and for the way things turned out. He always says, "You got me into this."
He's like, I just want you all to know.
Yeah.
If anything happens to me, he's really pissed at me right now.
Basically, it's like, but I just want to reiterate that he hates me right now. It's just, can you guys stay, please? Don't go.
Yeah.
Don't go. I'll talk more. Yeah, and then okay, after finding her so Ugdukskaya, her first order of business after finding her replacement as cleaner, she plans to bring streetlights to the village, right? And there was something funny. Oh, so again, because they're so corrupt there. So when she was first elected, she said she was worried and confused when the results rolled in, but she is now quite clearly warming up to the idea of mayoralty. You shouldn't expect anything in an election, she said. she's like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, that's hilarious to me. Because like, what do you do? Do you go, oh well, she can't be mayor because like she wasn't actually run. I just needed somebody.
Yeah,
she's a cleaning lady, guys.
Yeah, no, you can't talk your way out of this or into this or.
Yeah, you're
screwed, man.
And the whole entire reason that she won is because people knew her.
Oh, she knew. Everybody loves a good cleaning lady, Sidney.
Yeah,
love her.
They're huge.
Yeah,
sweet lady. Everybody in town knew her.
Yeah,
and they were like, well, she's nice. That's why they voted for her.
Yeah.
Because she's nice.
Yeah.
You see that, ladies? Just be nice. The world is your oyster if you're just nice. Stop trying to be a badass bitch. The world doesn't want that or need that. That's, I was, that kind of the saying badass bitch reminded me the other day when you said that you had basic bitch blues.
I did have basic bitch blues.
What was the basic bitch blues?
I was just overwhelmed by coronavirus.
In Uggs.
I couldn't handle it all.
Just Uggs, leggings, Starbucks latte, overwhelmed by corona.
It's rough. It's also, seasonal dysmorphia or whatever it is that you all get.
Seasonal dysmorphia.
Yeah.
I get fat in the winter. Why am I so fat in the winter? I don't like this. I don't like all this fat. I'm so fat. Fall fatness. Yeah, seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah, I have that.
And seasonal body dysmorphia.
Yeah, and all of it. Hit me all in one day.
That should be a term.
Yeah.
Because most body dysmorphia, I'm having it right now. So last week I was hovering around 185 pounds and I was doing pretty good,
Yeah.
Staying pretty fit. This week I weighed myself today, 194 pounds.
Oh.
I was hovering between 180 and 185 for a while.
Yeah.
And then the weather changed and my seasonal body dysmorphia kicked in.
Your body was like, eat, Sidney, the cold is coming.
I am. I was like, man, I'm too skinny. I'm just skin and bones.
You're just skin and bones. You're not going to survive this.
That was my seasonal body dysmorphia.
Uh-huh.
I can't listen to that.
No.
I can't listen to that. I just got to do push-ups and work butt.
Not too many push-ups.
Not too many push-ups. Not too many. I love you. I don't want to do too many push-ups. But I do got to work this butt.
You can work the butt.
I got to work the middle. So I was at Whole Foods the other day, and with the girls, it's just me and the girls, and we're leaving the Whole Foods, and our Whole Foods has what do you call like an escalator ramp that no steps.
An escalator ramp. I think you got it.
Okay, thank you for someone who's in the industry and knows these things. You're going to let me define this shit? Okay. All right. Escalator ramp it is.
I think that's good.
All right, so it's a downward, it's only down.
Yeah.
It's a ramp. And it's what do they call them in the airports? Flat escalators?
I don't know.
Do they call them conveyor belts? Are they no?
I don't think so.
Do you work in this industry? What do you do when you leave the house, Ansley?
Push-ups. I do a lot of push-ups.
So we're going down the escalator ramp, and the way they make those ramps is carts can't roll down them.
Right.
So if you have a cart and you're on it, like you're just on that spot until it gets to the bottom. So we were, in a spot. Somebody got a woman, her cart onto the ramp behind us. The girls are climbing on the side of the escalator ramp railing. It's a mouthful. I'm pretty sure these are not the terms.
No,
right?
they're definitely not.
But they're like they got their body weight on the railing. So like they just finished a muscle up, if you know what a muscle up is. Or when you climb up something, you push up. so that your arms are straight.
You're like a gymnast on the rings.
Yes, the
male
legend.
Gymnast.
Yeah, a metal gymnast.
A male gymnast.
A male gymnast.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Male gymnast, or a female gymnast on the uneven bars, or the parallel bars, or
uneven.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Women do it. All I'm saying is women can do it too, right? So the girls are on that, and they're like kind of going down the escalator ramp, like that, and this woman behind us is like super impressed by their ability to hold themselves up.
Yeah.
Right? And they also, as they go down, the way that the wall is designed, it's like a fancy Art Deco wall. So as they go down, they have to keep moving their head back a little more each time. They have to move back as they're still up there like that.
Yeah.
And every time they're getting close to the wall, as they're approaching the wall, this lady's like, oh my God. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And there's a white lady behind me. And she's like, that is so amazing that they can do that. That's really impressive. And I was like, yeah, their older brother's at school right now. They just, follow him and do whatever he does. And then she was like, yeah, monkey see, monkey do. And it was like,
she is still panicking about that right now.
To this day, she is like, oh my God, does Whole Foods have cameras there? Like, what is he do? Because like when she said that, I saw her, because I turned, it was like, this is the hilarious part about this whole entire exchange. So most of this exchange that we're having, like, again, I'm in front of her. We're talking, but I'm doing that like 1/4 turn where I'm turning my face towards her, but I'm also keeping my eyes on the girls. Yeah. So I'm never even technically seeing her. She's in my peripheral at best, right?
Yeah, you just take her out of your rear view. So
basically,
you're not back at her.
And so the whole entire time, she's like, oh my God, it's so impressive. I'm like, yeah, oh my God. I was like, oh yeah, they got it. They're pretty good at this. And, and then finally she's like, it's so impressive that they can do this. And it's like, they're kind of settled down now. And now I'm turned to talk to her. So when she said monkey see, monkey do, we had eye contact, like two eye to two eye contact.
Yeah.
And when she said that, she just took this she went pale. I felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
Because now I'm in this weird position. It's like, oh my God, what do I do now? Like,
what do you, all this power,
I
Sidney.
do have a lot of power.
What are you going to do with all your privileged
very
power that you've got? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I should. So that's the thing. So I had to turn forward because I'm cracking up.
Yeah.
Because I own this woman now. I still own her to this day.
Yeah.
Do you want to clean, lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was, so I'm like cracking up, but I also wanted to like look back to her and tell her that it's okay. But if I tell her it's okay and that we're talking about it,
yeah,
now that's going to be, she's not going to believe me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, clearly I have kids with a white woman who is, and she can't possibly be like, oh, maybe the fact that he has kids with a white woman, maybe I'm in the clear here. She's like, oh, fuck. They are going to get me. They got me. It's she probably went home and wrote out a will.
Yeah.
She's probably in Mexico right now, just starting a new life.
Yeah, changed her name.
Dude, I wonder what that is funny to me, like the thinking about like the process of a white person who's like, well, I'm canceled.
Just sitting there waiting for it to show up on Facebook, like,
yeah.
where's my viral video?
Dude, just like at home, like explaining that to your husband and your kids. Like, mommy's gonna go away for a little while. Actually, you may never even see mommy again. I'll send you letters from where I am. It's like, mommy, why? What's happening? It's like, I'm canceled. And they're like, oh, get away from us. Get away from us.
Take us down with you.
Do not get that on us. What did you do? What did you do, Mom? It's like, I wasn't it wasn't on purpose. I was talking to a black man. His kids were climbing on things. I said, monkey see, monkey do. And now it's just like, oh, God. Because from that standpoint, it's like, what worse thing can you say to a black man out to a girl dad, to a hashtag girl dad out there with his two little ambitious, climbing girls who are like, I can do anything. You can do better. It's like, and then you're calling them monkeys. And then you're calling my son, who's not even there, a monkey.
Yeah. You guys are a whole family of monkeys.
We're a whole family. Yeah, it's just like, who are you calling the monkey? You say monkey see, monkey do. Am I the monkey?
You're all monkeys.
Am I the monkey?
Uh-huh.
It's like, man, I wish I knew that lady had a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to be like,
you calling us monkeys?
I wanted to turn to be like, gotcha. That would have been hilarious. She wouldn't have got it.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have got it. It's not a good time. It's not a good time to make jokes about ruining white people's lives.
It's rough.
To white people. That's like, man, what a funny fear to be walking around with.
Never call anyone a monkey.
Yeah.
Never call anyone a monkey. Don't say it.
She'll never say the word monkey again in her life.
She'll go to the zoo with people. Her kids won't know what a monkey is.
Yeah.
Like, see that? She'll use the scientific names.
Yeah. It's like primate lepithecistine. Oh man. Let me see what time we're at right here. We're just flying by. Man, you had anything you want to talk about other than me out there? We got to talk about this.
Okay.
We got to wait. Let me just like, I don't know any of these news people or political analysts and stuff, but so did you hear about the CNN analyst that got caught jerking off on Zoom?
No.
Yeah, so they were having a CNN briefing. I think they were going through election scenarios.
Poor man's just multitasking.
He's multitasking. So he was on Zoom, and there was a point where there was a break in their meeting, and so he thought that he made his screen go dark. He ended his screen. Then he opened up another laptop.
His jerking off laptop.
His jerk top.
His jerk top.
He opened that up. His name, by the way, is Jeffrey Toobin.
Jeffrey Toobin be pulling on the boobin.
I just think that should be the name for getting caught jerking off on Zoom.
You tubing over there.
Tubing? You got caught tubing?
You tubing.
So he pulled up another Zoom, and it was like he had a sex Zoom going on.
It was sex Zoom. People are doing. Is this the safe way to sex during a pandemic?
I think it's the safe way to cheat on your wife during a pandemic. I think it's the safest way to American Dad.
Man,
yeah.
I don't know. That thought hadn't crossed my mind, but sure, why not?
Yeah, Zoom, like COVID safe infidelity.
Yeah. You over there, touch yourself. I'm over here.
Yeah.
We'll look at each other.
I'm still in a loveless marriage. I still gotta be tubing. I gotta be tubing. Yeah. So now he's like, I guess he's under review, or he's suspended right now.
Was he under review to see how many times he's been jerking off? Like what kind of review do you have to do?
I don't know. You kind of got to look at how it occurred. It's like he's not being malicious. And come on, let's not act like jerking off isn't a biological
right. Like
necessity.
Is he cheating on anybody? Like he's just a dude jerking off to the computer?
There might have been some infidelity, or it might have been like a stripper Zoomer or a hooker, a prostitute Zoomer.
It was a bad burrito Zoomer.
Yeah.
So he's bad burritoing.
Yeah.
But who are we to judge him? He could bad burrito Zoom if he wants to, right?
I mean, I'm allowed to judge whatever I want. it's I mean, it really is like, who am I that you take my judgment to heart?
I wonder how long the people on the other Zoom were like watching him, like talking, like, you see Tubin? What is Tubin doing?
Dude,
oh my
he's
God.
Definitely Tubin right now. Is he Tubin? It's they were like, because it's like, it doesn't seem like they were, because then when the time was over for everybody to come back, Tubman just came back like everything was normal and just started talking. It was like, well, I feel like if Trump gets elected, America's probably It's just like
do whatever you want with your 15-minute break, right?
Right? It's your break.
Yeah.
The only reason why you know that is because you just happen to have an eye into my home that you shouldn't even necessarily have.
Yeah.
And he sounds like an old man who probably doesn't know how to work technology that well, so you got to give him credit for that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, he probably thought he blanked the screen.
Man. Yeah.
You know, and he probably just disabled his chat. You know, it's just like, or that's probably what he did actually. He probably went into the chat. Because like the screen thing and the chat thing are very close to each other.
Yeah.
And he probably went into chat and made it a chat screen.
Yeah. And he couldn't see the video and he was like, they can't see me. I can't see them.
Time to fucking tubing. Time to tubing.
Oh, man.
It's tubing time.
Yeah.
Tubing time. Yeah. So that's just amazing.
I do enjoy that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's, I also, because one of the people said that she could see his penis in the thing.
Looking.
Also, think about that. Like,
Face.
do you know what I mean? Like, where do you have your camera set up?
Yeah.
It's like then you could see his dick the whole time. Like, just taking out the dick to jerk off shouldn't change.
Yeah.
Like nobody would ever know if I was jerking off on a Zoom.
Yeah, I thought he was like gonna get caught like heavy breathing, like
No, they saw his dick.
Yeah.
Like, but with dick and face? Like, how much? What else did you see? How much of his body did you see?
Well, maybe he moved to go to his porn computer, like to go to his jerk
That's
jerk
fair.
off.
So he probably went off in the distance.
Yeah, like probably had a rolling chair and he slid over here, you know, like rolled away a little bit.
Probably jerked away. That's probably how he propels the rolling chair. Like the faster he
Like
jerks, the faster it goes.
All around the room.
Like
Just
his legs up too. Just legs up, jerking around. He just drift jerking, just like. Man, he just like pointed to the side, start doing donuts.
Yo, you think they saw Tubin's like orgasm face? They were probably like all sorts of offended.
I think so. Yeah.
Like you don't want to see Tubin's orgasm face.
Tubin. It's like I wonder what happens if the chair just starts spinning in circles when he's going. Oh, Tubin. Man. All right, I feel good about this episode. You feel good?
Yeah.
You feel good. We're gonna have to take a little bit of a break and then hop on and get this Patreon done.
Yeah.
And man, lots of stuff still to talk about. Mm-hmm. Man, we didn't because we mostly didn't touch the list.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Let me hop over to our shout outs real quick so we can let the people know we love them. And Tubin. Man. All right, where are they at? Here they go. All right, shout out.
Sidney again.
What? Just pre-tubing. Just pre-tubing. Shout out Mike Butler, Mike Levy, Liz Bot, Doc, Kevin Stevens, Julian from Canada, and his wife, Meg.says.so on Instagram, and So and Tell, her podcast. Check her out. Kevin Lau, Mary Jo Butterly, what up? Nicole, Raj, Janelle, Courtney, Rick, Andrew Pace, what up? Keith Butts, Kyle Hancock, Erica Daniels, Levi Mercer, Justin Masabi, Ezekiel Ellis, Logan, Ryan, Roger Down, Joe, Rob, Joe Francis, and his girlfriend's company, Saved by the Reef, TJ James, holding us down under. Yeah, that came out right.
Tubin.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was tubing. I'm tubing. Nick Cupsey and his 2 books, Lost in the Mail and the 5 People You Meet in Wawa. I can't wait till somebody next summer invites me to go tubing. I'm like, no. This old guy, I don't know who you are. Please don't get caught tubing. Chris Bruno, Kevin McGran. Shout out to Kevin McGran for having his fight to win. He out there. He looked good. Didn't get the result that he wanted, but he was out there doing his thing.
Us proud.
You know, and that's too, just like putting yourself out, signing up for a fight, man.
I thought you were like, that's Tubin.
That's Tubin. That's Tubin. Who do you think would get caught tubing first, Chris Bruno or Kevin McGran?
Kevin McGran.
Right? Kevin
He's living,
McGran. Yeah, Kevin McGran.
He's living a risky lifestyle.
Is he? I mean, I just
no, but like a Tubin lifestyle.
I don't know if that's true either, but he like if you just had
He's
to
got
go,
kids?
if you just to look at the person and be like, I guess like Chris Bruno kind of looks like he's from Plymouth Meeting.
Yeah.
And Kevin O'Grand kind of has the vibe of Delco. And I just think you would expect Delco tubing more than Plymouth Meeting tubing, right?
Yeah.
I just swag-wise.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Grand got that tubing swag. Graham Hoffman, Chris Tucker, Derek Towson, my brother who has a different last name. We will get into that. Not right now. No time. We got to do the rest of the shout-out. Shout-out Sean Daldy, Guy Patterson, and Brian Bachner. What is up, people? Oh, and of course, Toscani Rodriguez, the purple belt, our purple belt homie, who is, I always think I'm never going to forget him, and then I never remember. So I'm writing his name down right now. Toscani Rodriguez, and you're listening. I'm not spell Rodriguez. Why the fuck do you have such an ethnic last name, dude? There it is. You're listening to Circadian Clock and Liz List of Vinyl Kingdom Band. Amazing. Check them out on Spotify. You guys are the best. I don't know what Anthony's looking at right now. You got caught pre-tubing. You were tubing. You got caught tubing. You got caught. All right. Thank you so much. We love you guys.
Got you.